Hello, I'm Anthony, back on track with Littleland today for the first time in the best part of 3 months. Although, having said that, I did an episode a little while ago, 6 weeks or so, in which I built this sequence. In the second half of the song, you'll hear a sequence line. I'll put a link above to me actually constructing that thing. Now, the song's finished. I'm going to play it to you in its entirety. And when we come back, I'm going to explain to you why I'm taking a slightly different approach with this one. I'm trying to take a really light, almost hands-off approach to the production. As soon as I've got it to the stage where it sounds good, I'm just leaving it the hell alone, because I'm starting to find I'm tinkering a little bit too long in the production process. Anyway, let's hear it first, and then we'll come back and have a chat about that stuff. I'm going to have to put a big long tail on this song. There is the point at which it finally fades out, and I don't want to get in the way. I just want to let it take that long, disappearing off into the ether. I think it's a really nice way to end the song. In the end, I'm really pleased with it. And one of the things that I'm most pleased with is the fact that I haven't got carried away. I could quite easily have spent another 2 weeks layering new synth sounds on, trying to find new guitar parts, harmonies, vocal harmonies I considered putting in. In the end, I've actually decided against all of those things. And in fact, it's partly hidden by my head, which is annoying. But harmonies 3, 4 and 5 have been muted. You can just about see it poking out from behind me there. I'm only using a left-right split. These are the shadowed vocals, so they're all Pauline singing the same lines at the same pitch, so they're not true harmony. It's basically like a unison effect, and I've just taken one of those where I want it, panned it left and right, and kept the main vocal central, and it just provides a greater clarity. Where I was adding extra extra parts. I'll just hide me. I'm so annoying. So where I had these extra parts, there were 3 right at the very end, but you can see at other places. Basically, wherever I kept multiple sections that I was happy with, I'd basically thrown them all in, and I'd taken that stuff out, stripped it down a little bit. Right at the very beginning of the song, it used to be too active, and it was annoying me for the longest time, and I couldn't figure out why I didn't like it. And it's literally just this one extra little part. Those single notes didn't want to be there. It's so simple, the tiniest little changes. I went from, I don't really like the way this song starts, it just seems too busy and why don't I like it? Tried muting one of the guitar parts, it's like, oh, that's what it is. When it comes around the second time, however, coming out of the solo, that extra little bit's needed because it's just lost all of the energy from the guitar solo disappearing, and so those extra couple of notes just help kind of sustain the interest, in addition to the sequence line coming in at the same time. So the effect of all of that is... So that first note, that first played guitar note, the Gilmour note, let's not say any more about it. Yeah, it just needs that one note before the sequence line comes in, which is a little bit behind, and then everything kind of picks up and we're away again. So I like that transition out of the solo. That gave me trouble for quite a while. And so the structure of the song, that was pretty much it fixed. I decided, don't need any more notes. Everything sounds nice. Everything's nicely separated. And this is where I usually fall over at the production stage, because now I get obsessed with throwing compressors on every drum track, gates everywhere. Sometimes that stuff is really good, and in the past I've talked about how useful and valuable doing that kind of processing is. For this song, it felt so organic. I came back to it yesterday morning, listened to it pretty much as was, and just thought, I'm done. I don't want to change a single thing. And so I'm really just kind of staggering around blindly if I start randomly changing things and I don't know what problem I'm trying to fix. It sounds pretty ridiculous, doesn't it, that a level up moment can actually involve not doing something, but you know, sometimes these things, it's actually true. Okay, time for a look at the master bus now. So we've got a couple of compressors on the stereo bus. 2500 going into this Arturia, the Diode 609. It's just a wonderful thing. 2500 is an overall compression, just warming up the sound. It's been a while now since I've released a song that doesn't have this thing on the master bus. I've got the 2 Insight instances here to prove that it's not doing anything to the volume. This is basically just audio enhancement as it's supposed to be. The 609 with the focused mid setting, this is a new thing. And it was really, I just wanted to bring a little bit more life to the sequence line and the vocals, where it just felt a little bit lackluster, and this thing is doing it. I'm going to turn it on and we'll A-B between on and off. Okay, that should do us. Let's give that a go.
All of the schemes and the dreams have begun.
So this is on, the effects are on.
Let them fade in the sun, drifting down rivers unknown.
Now off.
All of the schemes and the dreams have begun.
Here all those mids just become less interesting.
Let them fade in the sun. Let them fade in the sun.
They just don't seem to have enough punch, enough kind of oomph without that. It's really the 609 that's doing the majority of the heavy lifting there. Now, I did actually have to mess with the levels a little bit, because what I've actually done is I've also given each of these compressors a little bit of a boost. I'm playing well below any thresholds here. I'm absolutely nowhere near 0 dB. So I'm allowing each of these compressors to just give it a little bit more oomph. And I'm actually finding that it's very difficult to tell, because when you start loudness matching, things go horribly awry. But I'm starting to get the impression that just letting each compressor add maybe 1 or 2 dB to the overall level, if you've got the headroom there, do it inside the plugin, and then when it comes to the maximizer, when I put ozone on this thing, it's basically got less work to do. And that's it. I'm calling it done. I've got nothing more to say about this song. I love the way it sounds. I'm basically just going to stick ozone on this, get the levels matched, and then out it goes. I can't think of anything else to do to improve it. Hope you enjoyed this series, and if you did, please hit the like button. I'll see you for the next one. Thanks a lot.